Hey guys, it's Andy Brandon here with Commonwealth Pro Audio. You can always check out more about us at commonwealthproaudio.com or andybranton.com. I learned Thunder Road the other day by Bruce Springsteen. I had to chart it out. All the charts online for it are wrong in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so after I did that, after I charted it, I went through and learned some of the licks and stuff off of it. So this video is going to cover the intro part that's played there with the harmonica and the piano together. Because what's being played on the record is actually just some octave stuff that follows this lead line. And with a little harmony worked in on the guitar, it fills it out and makes it work. So first off, there's some things you need to know about the tune. Some boring stuff we got to get out of the way. The tune is in 4/4. It is in the key of F. And the intro is 8 bars long, okay, 8 measures of 4 beats each. And the chords that go over the intro, I'm going to tell you what they are, right? So the first chord is, each chord is 4 beats long, all right? So F is the first one. Then the 6 minor, which is D minor. Then back to the 1, to F, to the 4, B flat, back to the 1, F, to the 3 minor, A minor, to the 4, which is B flat, and then the 5, which is C. And then we're in with the vocals after that of the first verse. So I'm calling out the numbers as far as we're going through this, so that's just where the chord falls in the F scale. That's the way my charts are. It makes it easy to transpose and switch keys. I'm not going to give you access to the chart because I actually sell that service. I chart out tunes for $50 a chart. They're super detailed if the record already exists, and if not, there's as much detail as the demo requires. So that's something you can do. You can reach out to me, commonwealthproaudio.com, here on Facebook or at andybranton.com, and I'll chart the tune out for you correctly, I promise. But I will have a tab up for the intro that I'm about to play for you so that you can follow along and learn it. Let's get started. Okay, so that first line, we're just really working our way through the F scale in variations. That's really all we're doing, adding a little harmony into it. It's classic country licks, classic soul licks, classic rock and roll licks. Use this kind of stuff all the time. So let's get started on this. Let's dive in. We're going to put our pointer finger on the 6th fret of the B string. That's an F note. We're going to work in the harmony note here. It's an A note. It's the 7th fret of the D string. Okay? That's that very first thing. All right, the next thing is up here. We got our ring finger on the 10th fret of the B string. Our middle finger's on the 10th fret of the D string. That sounds like that. So far we've got this. Up next we've got this, which is just part of a C chord. It's not being played over a C chord, but that's all it really is. So pointer finger is on the 8th fret of the E string. That's the C note. Middle finger is on the 9th fret of the G string. That is our E note. All right, it's part of that C chord. All right, so far we've got okay. The next thing is part of a D minor chord. Okay, it's a D and an F note. That's the 10th fret on the E string and 10th fret on the G string. So we've got. We're going to come back to the C chord shape. 8th fret of the E string again, 9th fret of the G string again. So we've got. We'll drop back here, playing that A and that C again. Okay, so that's the 10th fret of the B string and the 10th fret of the D string. Back to that C shape. Okay. That's the 8th fret of the E string and the 9th fret of the G string. And then we land right here on this D minor chord again, all right? That's the 10th fret of the E string, 10th fret of the G string. So that whole thing sounds like. All right, so there's a next part to it where we have a couple of different changes on it. So we're gonna get it's the same shapes and stuff though, so it's not a big deal. All right, this shape again that we started with at the very beginning of the first part. Pointer finger on the 6th fret of the B string, that's an F note. Middle finger on the 7th fret of the D string, that's an A note. All right, we're going to pluck that twice. That's the very first thing. We come up here. Does this seem familiar? 10th fret B string, 10th fret G string. I'm not going to tell you what the notes are anymore because I told you like 10 times. All right, so we've got that C shape, which is the 9th fret of the E string and the, 8th fret of the E string, 9th fret of the G string. So we've got, great. We come back to this thing here we were just doing, 10th fret of the B string, 10th fret of the D string. And then we bring this shape, I'm sure it looks familiar. We did it down here, we did it up here, blah, blah, blah. It's up here, pointer finger on the 11th fret of the B string, that's a B flat. Middle finger on the 12th fret of the D string, that's the octave there, so that's a D note. So we've got and pluck it again, so you can pluck it twice, and then back to that, that's the 10th fret on the B string and the D string, and then we jump down here, back to this beginning shape, first finger rather, on the 6th fret of the B string, middle finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Okay, I realize that I maybe went one step longer than I've been doing, so let's just play what we've got so far. That's what we've got so far, and then we land the end of the line there on this, which is our ring finger on the 7th fret of the B string. That is a F note, and then our middle finger on the 8th fret of the D string, and that is a B flat note. All right, this is what we've got. congratulations. Pause the video, pat yourself on the back. We're halfway through the intro. All right. So the rest of the intro is just ground we've already covered in a little bit of a different flavor, I suppose. All right. So it goes like this. This will be like the third line is the way I think of it, okay? In the start of the fifth bar of the intro. Okay, so here's that first finger, first finger, on the 6th fret of the B string, middle finger on the 7th fret of the D string. That's that nice little F and A. We come up there to the 10th fret of the B string and of the D string, and then 8th fret of the E string, 9th fret of the D string, 10th fret of the E and D, back to the 9th fret of the E, that's the 8th fret, sorry, of the E, and the 9th fret of the G, 10th fret of the B, 10th fret of the D, and then we hang out here, back at that C shape, 8th fret of the E, 9th fret of the G. So it sounds like great. We're almost done with the intro. All right, the rest of the stuff goes like this. We're going to go up to this D minor shape. 10th fret of the E, 10th fret of the G. Back to this C shape. 8th fret of the E, 9th fret of the G. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this. Then to the 10th fret of the B, 10th fret of the D. Back to that C shape, which is the 8th fret of the E, 9th fret of the G. So it sounds like, okay, when you put it together. So let's put that what we've got so far of this third iteration together. So starting at bar 5 of the intro. That's what we've got so far. And all we're going to do now is play the again, okay? I just told you how to do it like just a few seconds ago, so it's just the same thing again. And then we do it again, but we add in one thing. So we go, and that's the end of it. We land on that D minor, which is the 10th fret of the E string, 10th fret of the G string. So that third iteration, starting at the 5th bar of the intro, sounds like this. And then we're right in there singing, okay? So the whole intro sounds like this again, all right? And that's the intro to Thunder Road. All right. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, okay, you can leave them in the comments of this video. You can email me through either website, andybranton.com or commonwealthproaudio.com. If you found this helpful and you want to learn more about how to play guitar, how to play a certain song, more theory, more whatever, I don't care. I do give lessons through FaceTime or Skype or Zoom, all those things. We can talk about that and get something set up. I would love to. And again, I can chart out tunes for you. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. So if anything about this wasn't clear, please let me know. I want to be a clear communicator. So thanks again for hanging out. I hope this helps some of your stir-crazy COVID-19 quarantine blues.